Hey guys, welcome back. I just did a video, posted it about the solar plexus activation, and I'm still here, tired, not sleeping. I got this cat on my lap, and it got me thinking about this spiritual path and how actually crazy, crazy it is. Like, the loneliness of this is insane. It's by far the hardest part, and it comes in a bunch of different forms. Like, I'm not having a pity party because everybody that's going through this, you'll see what I mean. If you don't already know, you will see. So, like I've said before, I'm clairvoyant, and I've had experiences where I can see the future. So I'm gonna try to move it up, making the cat move because she's quite soothing. That's what the purpose of these animals is in the first place. So it's like I said, I can see the future. I know how this goes. Come on, Blue. This is Blue. This is the first cat we ever owned. This is my son's cat. And she came to us. She was a gift, for sure. But she's kind of annoying, too. Yeah. Anyway, she's distracting me. But it's good energy. So yeah, loneliness and the forms that it comes in. Like, when you first awaken, there's so few of us. The likelihood that you won't be the first one in your family to have that happen is pretty small. Now, the good news is, usually when one person awakens, it triggers everybody else. Not usually. Either they start to awaken or you go your separate ways. That's the way it works. When your vibration starts to go up, you can't be around people that aren't going with you, at least close. It just won't work. You won't be able to, this cat's just pinned my arm down. You won't be able to stay together. So there's a lonely little trip. I haven't had that problem. Fortunately, Amanda's been on the awakening journey too. And frankly, everybody goes. Everybody around you. Everybody in your extended family. So I had this really weird experience. I had a 3-day enlightenment, which I should talk more about because it was a wild, wild experience. And I will. I think I should write that one down, be a little more scripted with it so that I don't miss things. But it was insane. Literally felt insane. After that, it didn't get much better, but I had some experiences where I woke. I was learning the lessons the universe was sending me, often through animals, but the people around me as well. And it often felt, as the universe worked through the people around me, that they knew more about what was going on than I did. So their 5D selves, their enlightened selves, were coming through them and working with me to help me along. And they didn't know that this was happening. This happened quite a bit. It made, man, it makes you think you're crazy. It really does. Like, People are saying things at the right time and doing things at just the right time to make you think there's no way they don't know what they're doing. They have to be awake. And I'm the one who's not. And then that all turns off. And then you realize you're the one at the head of the pack. And you're the one who has to figure all this out yourself. And there's no books for this. You know. You try to figure out how to navigate your way through this maze. And like I said, there's no books. There's plenty of books. Some of them will resonate with you in ways, in bits and pieces. You may find channels on YouTube or wherever. They will resonate with you when you're at that particular stage of your awakening journey. But then it will stop resonating and you'll ascend higher and you'll need new teachers, so to speak. Or you'll need new sources for the universe to work through to teach you lessons. Okay, so loneliness. What I just described is no one understanding me. Even when you think they are, it's their higher selves working through them. So no one understands you. And I try to describe things on YouTube to help myself feel like I'm getting this off my chest. But to be frank, I hold back quite a bit. And I do that very likely to not appear crazy. It's still a fear, you know. But the truth is stranger than fiction. It really is. And these people who write books about this stuff, it's just their experience of going through the awakening process. And here's the kicker. It's different for everyone. So I can describe things that happen to me. It won't be the same as what happens to you. You have all kinds of different lessons to learn. And there's no shortcuts. There's no easy way through this. You will just have to go through it. I can prep you, I can make you feel like you're not alone. That's the best I can do. I think maybe that's my point of being here. That is definitely the most value I could provide because I know intimately what it feels like to be alone. You know, I have a wonderful wife who's going through an awakening journey herself. Hers is different. Her personality's different. The things she needs are different. She doesn't want to talk about all of this stuff all the time like I do. She's not going to be on YouTube. She doesn't need that. That's not part of her path. So, who do I talk to explain what I'm going through? Well, I put it on YouTube. And like I said, back to stranger than fiction. So it is even weirder than any of the stuff that I've told you. It's very scary. It is. There's no way around it. And these pets, there's one that's sleeping on my arm, they're way more important than you think they are. we sent ourselves on these journeys, and we knew we would feel alone and that we wouldn't be able to explain exactly what each of us is going through on this path. So we sent pets. If you feel called to have an animal in your life for companionship, for God's sakes, do it. They're absolutely irreplaceable. They are necessary, in my opinion, in this awakening journey. Cats, dogs, take your pick. We have 3 dogs and 2 cats. And I can't live without any of them. Like, they all serve a purpose, and I need them in order to stay sane. So I sent a meme to this group of awakening or awakened souls that we have. It's just a handful of us. We're all different. We're all on different paths. And it was I liked it. I think it was the Scarlett Johansson meme where she's smiling and then looks surprised and then smiling. And it said something like, oh, you want to be on an awakening journey. So you want to not be able to work a 3D job ever again, be completely broke, and your family think you're crazy. So everybody thinks you're crazy. You can't communicate in a 3D job with anyone because nobody gets you. Your family thinks you're nuts. And they don't get it either. So there's a lonely path in itself. And then you have things happen where you get blamed. So, say someone in your close circle starts to buy into what you're selling and starts to believe it and actually starts awakening. The energy that you're putting out starts to trigger their awakening journey. But the people in their life don't buy it. They don't believe it. And they see this person looking at you and starting to understand, and they blame me or you for turning this person crazy, and they may hold a grudge against you. This has happened to me. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm out here spouting my opinions on the internet. I'm not forcing anyone to watch. I'm not forcing anyone to awaken, but it will happen. You spend a lot of time around me, I'm telling you, it's going to trigger something. And that's the point of me. This wave of individuals like me who are waking up is to trigger the awakening in other people. This is what we're here for. This is why I feel compelled to talk on camera. It's why I go out in the community. It's why I'm healing myself more and more. It's because I know the more I do this, the more I'm going to trigger people. It's inevitable. When I had my enlightened state, just like I said before, it lasted 3 days. I jokingly called myself Jason Christ, but I called it Christ consciousness. And not unlike the being of Jesus, I was unflappable. You couldn't anger me. You couldn't do anything to me. You could hit me, could imprison me. And now I understand how Gandhi did what he did and Jesus did what he did. I've had the experience. granted for a very short period of time. But I get it. And during that time, I had made a trip to the grocery store. And it was magical. That's the only way I can describe it. I walked into that grocery store, and my smile alone, just my presence, had people, I was magnetic, who were following me. I had an older woman who just followed me around the store. It got quite weird. I had amazing interactions with people. I still remember this little baby in a cart who smiled at me and was like reaching for me, wanted me to take him. His face was unbelievable. I was in tears. What it's like to be in that state cannot be understated. It's incredible. I have to get back there. And I am, slowly but surely, I'm doing this. And I will embody that at some point in the future. I will. I know it. I've come too far now. I can't go back. But the point is, the loneliness goes away then. And only then. When everybody is in that state. I'll cry, I think. The loneliness goes away. That just occurred to me. Like, I get it. We all need to get back there. When we do, you can't look at another person and not see the divinity in them. You cannot have anything but pure love for everyone, even if they don't like you. And how beautiful is the world if that's the way it is. And like I said, the loneliness goes away. But for the meantime, you look for those glimpses in your family's eyes of when you can both see each other for what we really are, see our souls, which it doesn't happen all the time, but it definitely happens. And then look to your pets, because they're the most enlightened beings in this house right now. They know exactly what they want and what they need, and they just do their thing. They're pure love in furry form. Oh, she's yawning. And even sometimes your deceased loved ones will send messages through them too. So I think I'll leave it there. Like I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.